So awesome, Raheem. Thank you. Clearly, the stuff I breathe out, the stuff you breathe out, the stuff spiders breathe out, stuff we can probably assume all animals breathe out, somehow turns water, just like the gas from fire, turns water acidic. So the plot thickens. Things are getting interesting. There are several sources of gases that seem to all, or at least two sources of gases that both turn water into an acid. So I'm going to read from the landing, to be landing. We're still with Priestley, and now his family's entering the story. So sparks fly from Mary's hands into the bundle of kindling in the fireplace, igniting a small but growing flame. She blows gently to help grow the fire and warm the house. In this course, we'll think about actually why that might increase or make the flame hotter or brighter. The chilly spring afternoons are growing brighter and longer, but the nights are cold and the sun is already low in the horizon. And so as Mary settles into the kitchen to prepare a snack, the front door flies open and four children storm in, grass-stained, sweaty, gasping for breath. "Too slow, Papa," they yell. "We beat you again." Joseph Priestley staggers in behind his four kids, all of them breathing hard, laughing, sweating, cold, not cold, warm, despite the chilly evening air outside. These old legs can't keep up anymore," Priestley complains or laments. Where on earth do you get this energy from? He gently places his daughter on the floor, who runs to join her siblings in the kitchen for a snack, and he sits heavily into his chair. And so all this activity is actually bringing up some questions in Joseph's mind. All the phenomena of kids running outside, getting warm even though it's cold. Once they're running, why do they need to eat? Why do you get hungry when you exercise or run around? All these are interesting questions, all related to our study in this course, by the way. So why are they so warm even though it's so chilly outside, Joseph wonders. And as he watches his family, he's suddenly plunged into deep thought, and he remembers the results of his recent experiments with fires in animal breathing. He jumps from the fire, eating away the logs that he collected in the morning, and he goes to his hungry children gnawing savagely at their sandwiches between big gulps of air. And from deep in his mind, the memory of the spiders dying inside of those closed jars rushes back. And he has this thought. So could it be that his children, his wife, himself, spiders, all held in them a fire, like a slow chemical burn fed by the food they ate? There are unmistakable similarities, this is the revelation he's kind of having in his mind, between fire and life. Both require an ample supply of fresh air, and both produce a gas that creates acidic solutions. And both die if kept inside of a small sealed vessel. Can the theory of phlogiston explain both fire and the chemical processes that sustain life? So is this chemical theory of phlogiston even broader than once suspected? A scarier thought takes hold. If fires have been burning and animals have been breathing for eons, where does the fresh air come from which supports these burning reactions? So remember, the Betcher and Stahl were contemplating that maybe the entire atmosphere is a sponge that just absorbs all this stuff. Well, if fires keep burning and we keep breathing and animals have been breathing, will we fill up the entire atmosphere? Will we saturate the entire atmosphere? So this is the scary thought he's having. So could fresh air run out that one day? If not, how does the phlogiston released in these reactions get back into the food and wood that we burn? So phlogiston continues for millennia, flooding into the atmosphere. Is there some other process that reduces it or gets this phlogiston back into substances? Priestley is so deep in thought that he's startled by his wife's hand on his shoulder, a cup of being offered to him. He accepts and smells this hot, comforting liquid. Fresh mint tea. His wife nods and smiles. Priestley stares for a moment. The bright green leaves, little clue maybe to where the answer lies and where phlogiston goes. These bright green leaves are floating in the cup, and he thinks fondly about assisting Mary in the herb garden as the chilly spring days turn warmer. What is it about gardens and woods and forests which makes people feel fresh and energetic?